Good evening, BFFL. Coming to you live from the Shame Cave. Last week was a joke. Last week was disgusting. And I'm thoroughly embarrassed for myself. Now, on to the week. All right. Week 11 was punctuated by a bunch of high scores, but when it came down to it, the highest of the scores was the Wiz. The Wiz, in the game of the week against his mortal enemy, dropped a $157 right on that prime time. Some would say after that beatdown, more like daytime. Anyway, speaking of daytime TV, the primetime players also get their first strike in the Survivor. So now we're down to 3. Wise Guys, Primetime, Viper. You need an I, baby. You need an I in your name to be competitive in that. Basically, what I think is going to happen is, well, all these teams have one strike. So loser, it's elimination party after elimination party for the next 2 weeks. It's honestly awesome, and it's why I invented the game. Anyway, all right, on to the Week 12 matchups. First matchup, game of the week, back-to-back game of the weeks for this guy. The Wiz at 6-5 versus the Beaties at 7-4. Beaties don't have Bijan this week. It's going to be a tough go for them. They've been struggling. I think they've lost like 3 straight, including the Survivor Pool exit. I'm going to have hopefully have a sit down with the Beaties on Saturday just to try to, pump up their spirits because it's been a tough go for them. Game 2 is none other than our daytime players versus the Frenchies Cuban Missiles. Daytime players 6-5, Frenchies Cuban Missiles 6-5. They're both fighting for the division in each of their divisions. These are 2 of the greatest franchises the BFFL has. Not a lot of intersection though. There's not a lot of history between these 2. A couple playoff losses, but that's not history. Basically, what it comes down to is Frenchies Cuban Missiles doesn't have any players. Like 90% of the teams on a bye. I don't know if they're going to be able to fill a full roster. I don't know if they realize they have to fill a full roster. Meanwhile, primetime players are probably just going to clean up the Frenchie slop and walk away with a W here. Game 3 is the 6-5 Viper versus the 5-6 Peacock. Basically, Brock Purdy's got a sore shoulder. And Viper's got a sore shoulder from patting themselves on the back. What I don't really understand is how Peacock can be as good a team as he is, but still only in 3rd place and under 500. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think Peacock's a top 5 team in the league, probably top 4 if you ask me if I was doing power rankings, but that's other people's business. Really, when it comes down to it is, if you have Saquon, Justin Jefferson, and Sun God, you can't be picked against. I think the Viper has the best team in the league, and I think he really starts to beat up on teams from here on out. Game 4 is the 4-7 AI versus the 7-4 Love Boat Captain. Now, Love Boat Captain kind of beat up on the Pounders last week, and it was classless, to be honest with you. Whereas the AI has been hot as fuck. The exact opposite of the Beaties, really. I don't know where they came from or how they got here, but once you put Puka in their lineup, and you just got to love it. However, they got Jameis against the Pittsburgh this week, and that's just a death sentence. Anyway, I bet Jameis to throw a pick for sure, 100%. That's like my bet of the week. And honestly, I kind of think Jaden bounces back against Dallas for the Love Boat Captain. So I got LBC pretty comfortably here. All right, Game 5, the 4-7 Pounders versus the 6-5 Goat Town USA. Trick Mahomes sucks. Sorry, Pounders. And Drake May's awesome. Awesome, Goat Man. Anyway, I kind of like Goatman here. I think Goatman just kind of, after that Stafford trade, I think that it really put his team together. I think Goat makes a run. Whereas the Pounders, yet again, like they just can't figure out what wide receiver to play. Going on year 13 of just never knowing which wide receiver of his multitudes of wide receivers to play. It sucks. We're all rooting for the Pounders. There's a Pounders side chat. There's just Pounders Pandemonium side chat that just loves them, but it just doesn't get it done. And finally, the 7-4 Wise Guys versus the 2-9 Assassinated Commish. What are you gonna do? Anyway, Wise Guys easy in this one. Really doesn't elicit any more. Doesn't need to be any more conversation about it. Anyway, good luck everybody. Have a happy Thursday. Hope everybody stays dry. Take it easy.